What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. My name's Cole, and we have reached episode 5 of the Micro Galaxy Squadcast, the internet's only show dedicated to all things Micro Galaxy Squadron. You can find audio episodes on podcast services, and videos are always available live and on demand on YouTube/Micro Galaxy Squadron or over on Kevin's Micro Fleet channel. As always, Kevin here hosting with me tonight. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, Cole, what's going on? Welcome everybody in.
So much. Nice to see you.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, we've got quite a bit of news. It was funny preparing this. We thought there wasn't that much, and then all of a sudden there was a flurry of information.
It's amazing. And you know what? Even when there is no news, Jazwares will make news for us.
That is absolutely right. That is absolutely right. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Steve, what's up? Oh, man, we've got a lot of people in here. Hyperspace Heroes podcast, welcome. Oh my gosh,
all kinds of people. This is
Midwest Commando.
We're hitting it strong right here at
that's right.
Right off the bat. We got 90 people in here.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks for signing on early here. We've got quite a bit coming here today. Cole, you want to give them a rundown of what we're going to do?
Oh man, well, we sometimes have fun guests on. We always chat through the news and a discussion topic. Sometimes we give away fun things. Like tonight, some of you might be here to win this a live giveaway of everyone's favorite
Genevex Starfighter
Micro Galaxy product there.
That is right, man.
Not a bad product, mind you.
No, I love it. I think it's great.
But I do think I don't know that we can sustain having a giveaway every single episode, but at least for tonight, Biggs Darklighter, Series 4, Chase.
Yeah, this one was a tough one. We've gone through the story. You can catch it from our previous Squadcast, as well as my review of this, the whole backstory behind this, but super excited to be able to give this one away to somebody out there. We'll give out the hashtag here in a little bit. Now,
we'll figure something out. Just got last week's off in the mail. Last episode, we gave away Marok Chase. Is that right?
That's right.
And our buddy Nostalgic Adam, who joined us last time, gave away Luke's X-Wing vintage. We talked about how it doesn't have an official title, but parentheses vintage fits fine. Kenner, I'm not sure they can say that, so it is the Kenner X-Wing throwback. Pretty cool. Hopefully he got that off in the mail. I might need to reach out. I trust him, but hopefully somebody whoever won that, I think it was Zach, I believe, won that.
Oh yeah, that's
hopefully
right.
He
Man,
reached
that's
out
a great
and
memory.
got his info over to him. That would be great if he got that out. I did get mine out, but it took several days. We've had a lot of craziness here. Lots of phone calls with insurance and subcontractors, lots of estimates, all kinds of things. Kevin, we have not had a kitchen for almost 6 weeks now.
Really? You haven't had a kitchen in your house?
We had some water damage. I haven't brought it up yet, but we had some water damage. We have not had a kitchen. We're basically doing dishes out of a bathtub right now. We're not.
I was going to say.
It feels that way.
Yeah.
It's been insane.
Funny.
It has been insane. But speaking of Adam, if you missed last episode, go back and check out episode 4. Make sure to give Nostalgic Adam a follow if you haven't. Wonderful guy. It was a blast having him. He will be on here and there, part of the squad. Hopefully we can get, if with the stars align, I'm still hoping we can get Paul on.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mr. Tava himself. I think he is still down to be on when we can make that work. But
looking forward to it.
Yeah, should we start the let's go ahead and start the page there for the giveaway.
Okay, I've got it up. I'm ready to go.
Look at you prepped. So yeah, hashtag Green Mist was Marok's. Yes, Adam is good fun. John W is correct. He was great fun. Good guy. We hope to have him on again. How about
Hashtag they'll never stop us.
hey, it's been a staple of the show for about the last month or so.
Yeah.
How about we just keep rolling with hashtag save Biggs?
Hashtag save Biggs.
Yeah, that's been chat's favorite
Okay.
favorite
Hashtag save Biggs.
little joke to throw out. Let's see. Yeah. Hashtag save Biggs
Here we go.
from whoever the mean people are. Yeah.
All right.
Make sure Biggs 2 G's.
2 G's. Yeah.
So you're going to want to put 2 G's in there.
Hashtag
Caps
save
do not
Biggs.
matter.
That's right. We got 48 already.
Yeah. It does not matter. So hashtag save Biggs. And that's all you got to do to enter. We'll
Wow,
pull
look
it
at
up.
all these coming in here.
You'll see your name go by and you'll think, and then it's going to go to someone else's name. And just like a grunt in Halo, it'll be like confetti and someone else will win.
Yep.
You know, it plays games with us too. I every time I watch it because
does.
I'm familiar with these from Sideshow, who uses these on some of their streams. It lingers on the last name or two just a little longer. It kind of slows before it gives you the winner. I think it's a little cruel because for a second you think you're the winner, and then confetti, it's a different name. So sorry for whoever the next to last person that's called is. Unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
And you know what? We'll remind you guys here in about 15 minutes for all the people who join a little bit later. Holy cow, 140 people on already. That's a new record.
That is a new record.
That's a new record. If you're just hopping on, hashtag save Biggs to enter the giveaway. We will drop that here after we run through some of the news. Not a massive episode tonight. I'm going to say we go for maybe 115 tonight. Does that sound about right?
115?
Yeah.
You're talking about
15.
An hour and 15? Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
It'll be it'll be an all-time short one. I'm prolonging it as we speak. But I'll tell you what. Speaking of this is really unprofessional, but speaking of Sideshow, they have an event going on right now. And I don't know if you're familiar with Sideshow events, Kevin.
I'm not.
But they provide you with little codes for free money to their website. And one of the few things I always leave notifications turned on for, just got $1. So excuse me while I had my head down a second, but it gave me $1.
That could get you like a fingernail of a
hot toy.
Yeah, one of the hot toys.
Before we jump into Micro Galaxy, I don't know if you're familiar with Hono Studios, but this is an offshoot of Hot Toys for more entry-level priced 1/6 figures, dolls, if you want
dolls. I like that.
They announced 2 first Star Wars they've done, and so they're like think 160 to 180 range instead of 260 to 320. 2 Rebels styled stormtroopers in the animated style.
I think I saw those actually.
Yeah, really, really cool. In the images for those, they teased a Rebels style Darth Vader.
Nice.
Which would be very, very cool and very exciting. But it's one of those things where I think, hey, I would love to get this, but I would love to get this knowing that I will be able to have the crew accompanying these stormtroopers. I don't want just Rebels animated style stormtroopers and maybe a Vader. Yeah. I need to know that the crew is coming. So maybe we'll find out more at Celebration, but it's really, really cool. I would like to pre-order them, but I would also like to know that there's more on the way before we do that. But Stormtroopers and Rebels Darth Vader, a pretty cool start.
Nice.
But if I wanted to know what was on the horizon and happening in the Micro Galaxy world,
Hmm.
Could you tell me what was going on
Sure.
with
So
our
we've
retail updates?
Yeah, absolutely. We got not a ton of retail updates, but starting with Target. So we do still have some clearance items out there, although they've kind of generally shifted away from that. Right now, we're actually in they lowered the price of the ATTE down to $25.99, just as like a generic price. So that is out there. That's the same price that you'll find actually at walmart.com and actually on Amazon. They all have the ATT at a lower cost. For some of those people that are waiting until it really hits clearance, it's I haven't seen that happen yet, which seems really odd. Typically, they drop the price a little bit and then they'll hit it one more time to really try to move those out, but they haven't done that. Target, we are getting Series 8 Starfighters. Run into a couple issues with being able to check out with those items for some reason.
Here we go
Um,
again.
yeah, and I don't know, it doesn't, I mean, so many people are getting it. I have a hard time believing that it's a system wide problem. I wonder if it's just like a, one-off type of situation, but for whatever reason, I wasn't able to check out and had to be able to get the DPCI to be able to run it through, which if you need that, it's 086-17-8699. That is the Starfighter class assortment number, but I don't know if that's going to be the same or if that's the problem. These things aren't coming in at that, or they're switching it
That
because
would be my guess. Is there's a couple in that wave that didn't get properly. The UPC did not properly get added to the assortment.
yeah.
I believe. What series was that? 5, maybe, that we had this issue on. It was either series
Um,
5 or 6 where we ran into this same issue where
yeah,
the
same
new
issue.
ones were not properly added, and it was wildly hit or miss for people having success at Target.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
And so the other thing that we've got here is the shuttle Tiderium is now hit pretty much all targets that I've been around. That's
there's
up
a lot of
for
them. Yeah,
34.99. It's probably going to be there for a couple of months and then it'll be on clearance. So if you didn't catch it right now, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Um, Damon said I have the numbers, a couple of numbers flipped. Let me double check this really quick. I had the number on here. It's 087-16. Oh yeah, there you go. 087168699. So
hey,
I
thanks,
did say
Damon.
that wrong. Yeah, thanks, Damon. Appreciate that. And then the other thing about the shuttle Tiderium is actually it is up on Amazon for $29.99. So for whatever reason, we're seeing a price difference there between Target and Amazon. So anybody that wants to pick it up at a cheaper cost, you certainly can do that.
Thank you, Price Match.
What's that?
Thank you, Price Match. There at
Yes.
Target.
Oh, gotcha. Perfect. So you can price match it there against Amazon?
People have had luck. Yeah. Now it's with it not being in stock, it might be hit or miss,
Okay.
but there will be plenty of associates that do not care. So try
Gotcha.
your luck and see. Save $5. It's
Yeah,
worth a
every little
shot.
bit counts.
And you can find if you need the link for that. I don't know if it's searchable right now, but you can always find Kevin or mine storefronts and find the link to that.
Yeah, for sure. We've got them
Is that on your
all
store,
over the
Kevin?
place.
I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
So then we got the Series 8 Scout class is still at Walmart. I have yet to see any Scout class Series 8. Still
I
fully
haven't
stocked
either,
on
but I've
Series
seen them
7.
found all over the country. So
Yeah, I don't know what the deal.
it's been spotty, but yeah, from California all the way to Maine,
Yeah,
people are finding them. I'm not finding them, but that's okay. Had a buddy send some of the commons over, and now I'm just waiting for the light armor to finally roll out from Amazon,
yeah,
which is
that's right.
the only place that people have found the hologram mall is
Yep.
the light armor bundles from Amazon. None of the cases at Walmart have had the holo mall in the assortment.
Yeah,
So
correct.
if you're looking for a holo mall, maybe don't buy a ton from if that's the only one you need. Maybe don't buy whole cases from Walmart right now. Give it a
Yeah.
minute.
Yep. Yeah, it certainly seems like there's been some common cases, and mainly the case that actually has the 3 Ahsoka rares in it. Those are the
Quite a
ones that
few of those. That's actually
yeah.
been surprisingly common, and we'll talk more about that here in a minute. That the case assortment.
Yeah, for sure. And then
Interesting.
we've got so the Amazon still has the light armor class TIE Striker. Pre-order went back up. It was previously sold out. Those, if you do see those pop in and out of stock, that's pretty normal here before they actually get their full stock in to be able to ship them out. So
Yep.
just keep an eye on those links. Again, save Cole or my page so that way you have it and you can dive in there, and keep an eye on the pages because either he or I or somebody in the group will post that they're up and they're live. We'll take a look here at the Walmart planogram here in a minute. And then Cole, you've got something on UK distribution.
Yeah. So a couple updates. I don't know how many UK people are watching live. My guess is it is pretty late. What are we, 6 hours? What's going on, Kevin from Toying Around? 6 hours, something like that ahead. So I don't know how many of you from the UK are watching live, but if you're catching it on the replay, Forbidden Planet. I don't know if you've seen this, Kevin. Forbidden Planet has Series 7 and Series 8. People are finding the Sunterfell interceptors
Really?
and the damaged TIE Whispers.
Okay.
So they're finding
Nice.
the chases that the America has not even seen yet. So the UK typically getting the short end of the stick, but Forbidden Planet has had quite a bit of a restock there after being a little
Nice.
dry for a couple waves. So hopefully that's good news for UK collectors over there. Check out your nearest Forbidden Planet. I know there's multiple ones. I have no idea how many there are, how widespread they are, but I know it's a thing. And if you don't have a Forbidden Planet anywhere near you, Star Action Figures, who a lot of you might be familiar with, they're big into the Hasbro stuff. They are trying very, very hard to get the line onto their site. And I believe I chatted with him for a second this week. I think they're going to start, nothing super concrete yet, but I think they're going to start with a few of the older waves, maybe some of the waves that have been missed at retail there in the UK.
Nice. This is
And
all at Forbidden Planet.
this will be Star Action Figures.
Oh, gotcha.
So they'll have some stuff from previous waves available. And they're trying to figure out how to do the chases and rares, but I think they might have just it seems like they might have listings for the chases and rares, and when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
But again,
Nice. That's great.
he's trying. I believe that's Wayne. He's trying pretty hard to. Big fan of the line, obviously a fan of Star Wars, and he is working on getting as an e-tailer, I guess the kids call it these days, getting product in there for UK, and maybe they ship to other EU countries. I'm not sure how that works. I know I've bought something from them before and they shipped to the US. So
Nice.
that's been
Man,
a
wouldn't
while
that
ago.
be great?
So yeah. So hopefully anytime retailers over there are getting new product in, that's great news. Canada, I'm real sorry, but I have no updates on Canada. Maybe we'll hear something. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll hear something at Celebration. Maybe there'll be big news for Canadians, but I am super happy for UK collectors. There's also a UK group, I think Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron UK, something like that. Check out that group, join it, and hopefully you can find some collectors around you that are keeping you up to date on where to find stuff, because that's great and it's always appreciated in such a great community. Now,
Very good
in
question
the
here from
back in the
Steve.
old United States, the giant corporation Walmart that we mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
there's been a little bit of a hoo-ha over some planograms that people have found. They're in the middle of a reset, and they've got a new planogram coming out. And I don't know if you can pinch zoom or look at this, but
yeah, it's kind of hard to
the
see.
US planogram. Now, Kevin, listen, I don't freak out over one of these,
Mm-hmm.
here or there. Not every store, for whatever reason, has the exact same planogram.
Yep.
But if you zoom in, there is no Forbidden Planet has 9 locations in the UK and 17 international UK locations. Thank you, Q66. There is no microgalaxy on this planogram, and there is no vintage collection on this planogram. Now, I think different size stores may use different planograms. And you know what? This has happened before. Do you remember this in the past, Kevin? We've had some freakouts where all of a sudden microgalaxy is not on a planogram. I think this has happened at Target for a period as well, where it wasn't a spot for it. But you know what? If it comes in, they're still going to probably just put it on the shelf if it's there.
Yeah.
This has happened before, and stuff still showed up. I think people will be talking about this in the Facebook groups a little bit here and there. I wouldn't get super concerned unless this happens for multiple waves. We've already seen them skip Series 6 light armor. Is that correct? I believe Series 6 did not show up in the stores.
Series 6,
Only
second half of 7 too.
Amazon exclusive and Vault exclusive. And this stuff kind of happens. I still think that maybe combining the small and medium sizes into one would be a great idea, because it forces the retailers to have all of them, and you can extend how long the line. I've gone through this several times before. Where I stand. Actually, there's a lot of you here tonight. Maybe you don't know where I stand. If you combined them, I think it would solve a lot of problems. But I think don't freak out until it happens for an extended amount of waves, or we hear something official, because this has happened before. Not a massive deal. We'll see where it goes, but I do think it's newsworthy. The other, it's I'm sure vintage collection fans will also be freaking out. They do a lot of freaking out these days. As a vintage collection fan, a lot of them. Shout out to Blue Harvest Collector, who freaks out a lot. There's a lot of child's toys on that planogram. Tsum Tsum, 2 different kinds of plushies. A whole lot of Epic Heroes, which are the new 4-inch figures that are kind of like dumbed bulky down. A lot of Lightsaber Forge on there, and something called Mix Mashers. Oh, John W., come on, man. Hey, we're not freaking out. We're not freaking out yet. It's not time to freak out. We'll freak out in 3 months if it's still this way. But overall, I look at that and I do think, wow, just like we talked about last episode with the gimmicks in the toys, the missile launcher on the TIE Reaper.
Yeah.
There is definitely a push and a concerted effort from Disney, Lucasfilm, toy makers, all of them. They really, 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 really want kids to be buying Star Wars toys. They really want kids to be buying Star Wars toys. And that is the like biggest takeaway from that planogram to me, is this is filled with stuff that kids or even Gen Z, would buy. It's like, it's all kids stuff. And if you look in that top left corner, there's a couple pegs there for Black Series. And that's the only thing on that entire layout that I would call a collector's item.
Yeah.
So, we know there's new stuff coming. Hasbro has more vintage collection. on the way. They have all kinds of announcements for it. We know as of 2 hours ago, obviously all kinds of Jazwares announcements. So I don't think they're going anywhere. Not time to freak out yet, but worth keeping an eye on.
Yep, agreed. The crazy
Also
thing
worth
was
keeping an eye on.
this last one, the reset that they did before this one, they added more Micro Galaxy Squadron stuff. And the thing that stunk about it, in my personal opinion, is they never filled it all up. They had 4 things for light
I
armor
know.
class and 2 for starfighter, and
And
they
I
they
might be
never
wrong, but I
filled them.
think they pay for those spots too. You know, I
Hmm,
I, I think that there's a business behind the business where I think they pay for
sure.
shelf space and things like that. So
Hmm, crazy. Maybe they're moving
what
somewhere else.
what's up, Dave? What's up, DC Metro? Glad to have you here.
Yeah,
It looks
hashtag
like
save bigs for anybody that
Yeah, it
has
looks
not
like you
done it.
found the news. If
Yep.
you're here for the giveaway, hashtag save bigs, as you see on screen.
We've got
Caps do not
119,
matter. It is still ongoing. You can only enter one time.
120. We're
You
at
can only
120
enter
right
one
now.
time. We've got 120, the most we've ever had entered into one. So you've
Yeah.
got a 1 in 120 chance right now to win.
Yeah, the
Not
most
terrible
viewers we've
odds.
got too. We're at 184 right now.
Yeah, we're you know what? Hey, drop down and hit the little thumbs up on the video to make the algorithms do their thing. We're at an all-time record here. Let's see if we can hit 200 tonight.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Whatever you're watching this on, that would be the combined. We're streaming multiple places at once, but that would be the combined total right now. While you
Now,
enter that into chat, we will remind you that since it is Tuesday, and it is the Tuesday before the Wednesday, the third Wednesday of the month, tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, a very good chance that on social media, Jazwares will announce whatever's coming to Vault next week.
I really
Very
hope
good chance. It's not a
it's light
guarantee.
armor.
We're not always guaranteed one. There's been a couple months that haven't. Yeah, YouTube is probably showing 110, but we're streaming on multiple channels and Facebook. So all combined,
Yeah.
we're at 180 something. Pretty excited about it. Love to see more people every week. Now, Kevin, do the people still come when we stop giving them candy and the giveaways run dry? Do
Yeah,
they
we're gonna
come
have to
back to
find
hang
out
out
next
with us?
time.
We will see.
Yep.
I bet we'll get a little bump with all the cool stuff coming for Celebration.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're trying to work with Jazwares on having some fun things in an official capacity. That would
Mhm.
be fun. So we're always at work trying to make things like that happen. But check social media tomorrow. At some point, my hope is that if we continue doing these Tuesday streams, Jazwares might throw us a little bone when they have enough of a heads up, and they'll let us kind of a little either tease or reveal a night early, whatever's coming to Vault. But Kevin, if I was a betting man, I would put my money on Series 7 Scout class.
I know.
Is that what you're ready for?
That's what my first inclination is, but I'm just hoping that it's not just that. I hope we get like maybe that and the light armor class would be nice.
Man,
So
I would love that. Now, are we too close to Series 7 for them to do that?
no, because it hasn't even hit. The second half of it hasn't even hit Walmart, and it doesn't appear like it's going to because it looks like Series 8 is coming. So I feel like it's an easy shoe in to do that. Although, I mean, I know when we had spoke to the brand manager in the past, a long time ago, he had talked about that might be a possibility of being able to pre-order the series in advance. So, I mean, I hope that we catch up to that. I mean, you want to talk about the way that Vault can really start to get the ball rolling in
It
terms
would
of making money.
significantly change how a lot of people
Oh my gosh, yeah, I would be
consume
all
the
over
line.
that.
I would think if you could do that.
Yeah, that would be huge.
Oh, whoops. Hold on. Didn't mean to click that one. Jorge, when is Series 7-8 checklist coming to the Jazwares website? Well, my
Great
friend,
question.
who knows? And this is not really any shade, but their official checklists have not been totally accurate since
No.
Series 3.
And let's show a picture of this. They did a fantastic job, by the way, with some of these new pictures of the line. But I do want to show this because we got some awesome pictures from Jazwares here.
Yeah.
This first
So
one is not quite correct.
yeah. So the what I thought was some of the big news, Jazwares, after we have pre-ordered everything and have half the line in hand, Jazwares officially has unveiled Series 8.
Yeah.
Slightly late to the party. And what you're seeing now, great photos. Love the photo.
Awesome.
Little, you got to pinch and zoom a little bit. It's a little small, but love the photo. Love what they're doing with it. Kevin, does something look off about this photo?
Something does look off about this photo. It looks to me like there is a E-Web Stormtrooper in there and a Mando as well from Series 2.
What one might call an Armada release. They look identical to the previous
They
ones to
do.
me.
Armada. Could you imagine Armada Scout class?
Listen, I think I think they did label some from the last wave as A. Did you notice that on their checklists?
Did
Say whichever one came. Say whatever one they re-released has come back in a new wave. It's like number 017A.
Oh, you're talking about for just the standard Armada for the light armor class and whatnot?
No, for these in Scout
For
class.
Scout class? Oh,
They
man.
called them like 026A.
Wow.
Which I assume is Armada. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
But Kevin, I feel, what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing are not the same.
No.
Not the same. We have seen lots and lots and lots of cases of these at Walmart, and they obviously do not have those in the cases that are hitting Walmart right now.
Nor do they have pictures of them on the front of the box. The front of the box doesn't have that. It has just the 4 common vehicles.
The product has this nowhere on it. But listen, I've been told by Jazwares from multiple people that this Series 8 has eight items in it.
Wow.
So I don't know what that means. They are very certain that this series has 8 Scout class items in it. That's not what we're finding at the stores. That's not what's on the packaging. But they're telling me that it absolutely has 8 in it. So I don't know if that means, I have to assume they are not mistaken. If multiple people are telling me that, surely they're not mistaken this far into the wave. So maybe they are maybe they're planning a, we've kind of seen this before. Maybe there's an alternate assortment that's coming. Maybe when it hits Target, there's a new assortment with new packaging that they've tweaked and we'll have 8 in there. Maybe just the Vault bundle will have 8 and it'll justify that $60 price point again.
Interesting.
I don't know, but that's where we are. What we're finding in stores does not line up with this, but this pretty photo and what they brought to Toy Fair have the Stormtrooper and Mando in there. I don't know.
Well, it'll be interesting. We'll I guess we'll have to see here when the next series hits or the next cases start to hit.
An interesting development.
For sure.
I don't know. I
don't
know what to do with it.
Personally, I like having 8. I think 6 is not bad, but it is nice to have a little bit more variety in there.
It helps the full cases for sure.
Yeah, I would like for, if they're gonna do that and add in some extras, they should be all army builder type.
I was about to say, the case as it currently stands, 0 army builders, which is interesting.
Except for the E-Web Stormtrooper.
Why that's the one, I mean, it's a better case with Stormtroopers. Listen, I think you could put a clone trooper or a stormtrooper of some type in every wave.
Agreed. Yeah. Or I mean,
Since they're not
why not
allowed
a
to do,
snow trooper? I mean, we need more snow troopers for that AT-AT. So
they might be coming in one way or another
yes, I think
down the
they
line.
are going to be coming actually.
So I think for these cases to work well, it really makes a lot of sense to have an army builder, at least one in every wave. They cannot release troop packs by themselves. I don't think that's in the license. They can't say that, but everything that's happened and been set up till now makes me think that's the case. So that is the way, packing as many as they're able to into a big battle pack, or putting them in these waves over and over and over again, is how they're going to do it. So hopefully we see more in there. But kind of interesting, pretty picture, light armor.
It is beautiful. And here we go.
Look
Now,
at that.
interesting. So this one actually does look really nice. I love this setup with the picture
With
of them all lined up like that.
fewer items.
Yeah, it looks really good. The obviously you've got your 3 commons there with your Armada Anakin, your striker, and then the droid. And then
Evan,
we've
so sorry about that.
the
Hit the wrong button.
Tri-Fighter, and then we've got Mace Windu, which we actually have seen some pretty cool pictures. That version just popped up from a seller in China, as well as the one thing that's interesting about this Obi-Wan. Do you notice the wings on the Obi-Wan? They flipped them all the way out. I don't think they're supposed to
Oh my
bend
goodness.
that far, but just a heads up. Who knows? Maybe we have a new feature and those wings
Can
can
they
bend out
even
that
do
far.
that physically? I've never bent them that far before.
Apparently they can. And then the other one that we've
I'm
got
looking
here,
for one around here to try.
yeah, the other one we've got here is now this setup does look different than what they had on the previous one. The one thing that's nice about the light armor class version, the way that they set these up for the picture, is that they have your commons and then you have your rare and your chase on
It makes
this.
sense, right? This one's
Yeah,
all mixed up.
this one's a little more mixed up where you get your V19, you get the CIS AAT tank, which is actually the chase, the 1 in 5,000. And then you've got your Armada V-Wing, the TIE silencer, and then you have your rare Z95. So
the tank, by the way, not found in stores yet.
yeah, no, nobody's seen it yet. Actually,
we have
take
one
that back.
random report from Facebook moderator Robert Caleb.
Yep.
Who
Found
says
it, saw somebody walking out the store with it in Hawaii.
So maybe those
we
are
need to take a trip.
slowly going to be hitting the West Coast and then finally making their way over. I still think we're getting there's an issue with
I have that battle tank. Nice.
Yeah,
Is
if you
that
bought it
was
from
that a
China, there's a few people that have them.
Yeah.
Few lucky people that have them already. It looks great. I love it, but I wasn't going to pay China prices for it.
No. Agreed.
I'll pay the same amount from Vault and then get a few extra.
That is exactly that's the way I've been thinking about it too, Cole.
So the headhunter in this picture, it's hard to see. I didn't zoom in on. I'm just now noticing the headhunter in this photo not on the stand, right?
Right. Yeah.
But it does come with a stand.
Does come with a flight stand, the same as what you'd see here with the Tri-Droid, as well
I would have
as
shown off the fact that it does come with a stand.
Agreed. Yeah. And then also the same as we're getting with the Fiend Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe
love that headhunter, man. I hope I find one soon.
And I think that those ports are the same size between all of them, where it could be somewhat interchangeable, which would be great. So
yeah, same ball as there's the skiffs.
Yeah, the skiffs and then the Fiend Fighter. So if you're looking for a stand that's taller than that, I do have those over on my Etsy page. So if you're looking for it, so
little plug.
Yep, you can pick it up there. And then we also have, which we already talked about here, we've got our shuttle Tidarium. I don't know why in this picture, and I've seen this with multiple pictures that Jazwares has shot, why don't they do it with the wings all the way up?
Because it's a dub. making that W. They're just leaving you a
I
dub
guess
right
so.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a
Or
little awkward. I
winning.
don't know. I'm not sure why that. Yeah, put it on something, and it looks way better with the wings extended, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
In
that's
its
the look.
flight
That's the
position.
look. I think that look sells it.
Right. Agreed. Or at least if you're going to put it in this landed position, have the wings all the way up in their full, upright position where it looks just a little bit better.
Well, Kevin, the full upright position sometimes not much past what we see in this photo.
It does depend on the version that you get. Although I did get a
How
version.
did your
Oh
video of this
man,
go, by the way? I'm sorry I haven't
dude,
watched it. Did
dude.
you finish the video for this?
I did, yeah, I did, and I posted it. So, funny enough with this,
Spoilers.
I got this relatively early from one of the Target listings that popped up really quick, and I grabbed it,
Yeah.
and I got it, and I started shooting the review, and because the wings don't come out, I had some problems with one of the previous ones with the wings actually working, so I ratcheted it up, ratcheted it down. It's like, oh no, it's not really working. Maybe I'll just wait. Nothing happened for a couple days, so I was like, all right, let me just go ahead and shoot the video. So I'm talking about the packaging, and I open up the packaging, get ready to put the wings on, and I put one wing close to on, and I'm like, this doesn't quite look right, and kind of flipped it around, tried to put it on a different way, and realized that the mechanism that the wing attaches to had two right wings on it. So I had the correct wings. I had a right wing and a left wing, but I had two right wing connectors, or they put it on backwards or something. So I couldn't actually attach it. Fortunately, they popped up on the Target app. I was able to go pick one up and then went ahead and did it. So
Well,
yeah, it
I
was a kind of a
recently got
mess.
my new tie whisper in,
Oh, nice.
and this tie whisper came with a left and a right wing.
Yeah, there you
My
go.
last one came with 2 left
Crushing it.
wings.
Yep. Yep. Anytime
You know
that you have that where it's designed to be on like one side or the other, I'm always like, man, it's going
oh,
to be a coin flip on
and
whether or
that
not this
one was a
works.
head scratcher because I don't even know that it mattered if they were keyed left or right. I don't know why you would there it's the same
Yeah.
whether it's upside down or not, left or right. I don't know why you would key them differently like that. I'm sure they have a reason. I don't know it though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But with the issues that the factory has had,
Hmm.
if I didn't have to left right key uh,
Oh,
a
yeah, I
piece of
would.
the ship, I don't think I would. I would just you know
No, yeah.
keep it simple because a few of the people there seem to have issues with their left hand, right hand. What's going on in there?
Yeah. Well, I think
Grabbing from the
it's,
wrong bin.
yeah, it seems like it's more of the packaging people that are like,
Hmm.
I really want to get out of here for today. I'm just going to take this thing and throw as
Yeah.
many of them in a package as I
So do
can.
we think this is the only it's weird. We have the new Slave 1 in hand. No
Hmm.
mention of it anywhere on this. So kind of interesting all around. It makes it look like it's the only new Starship class vehicle in the wave. But we have a
Yeah.
new one with the Slave 1. So I don't who knows. The
The
waves are kind
funny
of
thing,
ambiguous now anyways.
yeah, it certainly is. The funny thing about it with the shuttle Tidarium is it's a Series 7 is what it shows on the box, even though it's coming out of Series 8. And with the Slave 1, it doesn't even have a series on it.
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
kind of weird how that's shifting. And I personally don't care. Like
Yeah. It
if it
doesn't
just has
matter.
the number.
It is kind of weird though. Who knows? We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I think things are probably changing up until the last minute, and
Yeah.
ultimately it doesn't really matter. But it's interesting. Kevin, do you feel like this was a nice way to do a reveal?
With what?
The way that they just had dropped the social media posts with these
Oh, the
photos to
pictures?
reveal the wave.
Dude, that would be great.
Better than
That would
nothing,
be
right?
great.
And the
Better
photos
than
are nice.
nothing.
Cat,
Absolutely, yeah.
is this something you'd like to see them continue? I think this is great for a bare minimum,
Yeah.
I would say.
I mean, the money shots that they do that Mark does where he does I mean, those are awesome. You wanna talk about a reveal.
Haven't seen
That
some of
would be the
those in a
way to
while. Yeah,
reveal.
I hope those are still coming.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I
Now,
love those. Love the actual photos that they do, the kind of blogger style photos that they do sometimes. But yeah, this was great, but I do think it's like a bare minimum. This should be the baseline.
yeah, want to see another live stream series reveal. So I would agree. I think How Runner Base, absolutely, that would be cool to get another. That's certainly something that is that we're trying to get them in the door with, and just get at least get some type of sneak peek discussion. It
And
was
hey,
great
let
to be
them
able
know.
to talk to. Yeah, for
Drop
sure.
drop drop a friendly comment here or there when they post about stuff, and let them know that that's the kind of content you want to see. I know
Yeah,
that there's people on the team that would also love to help create that content. So always, I think if you're providing friendly, constructive feedback, they are always receptive to that. Now, I don't know that they can always do that, because
right.
there's so many moving pieces, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, with Lucasfilm and retailers and what they have coming and going in different lines. There's all kinds of moving pieces that make reveals more difficult than we think on this side of things. But
Yeah,
sometimes reveals just happen anyways, and sometimes the retailer will just put things up, which is what happened with a few items we missed last time. Kevin, we'll just run through these real quick. We
yeah.
have Walmart that just throws things out there. Amazon throws things out there, and sometimes it's correct, sometimes it's not. But
Well, hold on
Walmart
one
has,
second before we get to the Walmart links. Right, that's where we're going.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right, hold on. Let's back up for a second because this other one that we've got.
For those who don't know, I just skipped about 5 items for some reason.
The this next one is a reveal, although it popped up as a post on the page, and we now have this listing here at Target.
Oh, yeah,
This
we're jumping 7 or 8 items now.
Yeah, the episode 3, and so this is coming relatively soon, right, Cole? I mean, that's kinda what we're thinking.
Yeah, this is already in the States
Yeah, so
based
this one's
on
coming
based on
relatively
shipping data.
quick.
This is already in the States. We've seen this from photos on eBay. We've seen this from Target system. Uh, Dave
Yeah.
Anderson posted some of this, and this is another battle pack coming to Target. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but it was all
Yeah.
over the Facebook group. It's really cool, and it's a great way. I think it's a great way to get rares, chases, things like
Mhm.
that might have been difficult to obtain back into circulation. Slightly different. Sometimes the deco's cooler. Sometimes the deco is real freaking weird. Like we've got both of those here in this one
Yeah.
photo. Um, I love the battle damaged look on the what will be a chase for the Series 8 Obi-Wan Jedi Interceptor there.
Yep.
The battle
Oops.
damage on Grievous's ship,
Yeah.
it's doing something. I mean, it's
Yeah,
there.
I don't really get it, but I get it. I'm guessing he's
Yeah,
flying through some type of a storm that's ripping off all of the
uh-huh.
paint, or somebody is just going through and keying his vehicle. Um, so yeah,
It's it's
it's unique.
interesting.
It's
I
unique.
would say not my just personally, maybe not my favorite deco
It has eyelashes. That's the
on
best.
the
Yeah.
it's like a VW bug. They put the little
Uh,
eyelashes on it.
yep.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I like TK said, maybe hot flames would have been a little cooler
Hmm.
on this, like a hot rod. It's
Yeah.
interesting. I don't know about the deco, but I do know as a set. And yeah, this might not be the final deco. Anything we see on eBay like that, my guess is it is, but
Hmm.
until it's on shelves in America, wherever it may pop up first, until it's on an actual retailer shelf in package. Who knows?
Yep.
It's fair game to change. But I love how much Target loves these battle packs.
Yeah. I mean, this one seems like it would sell reasonably well. I mean, you've got two main characters there with Grievous and Obi-Wan. And then for those that don't want to spend the time chasing down the chase vehicle of the Obi-Wan Blue Interceptor, you're able to snag it this way. Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious if this will be an episode 3 collection like they had last year. I
Yeah.
loved that. I don't know if that's what they're doing again. I do know that this is not the only one coming. There are at least another couple that are coming.
Yeah.
But I like it. I would love to see them continue, and I love them trying to find ways to get older chases and rares back into circulation, so that people have a different shot at it, but it doesn't totally ruin the
Yeah.
not value, but there's a certain there's a certain thing about having a chase or a rare. I would hate to have it totally ruined by. I don't think they're going to release the exact same thing again, but they're finding ways to get it back out there. It's slightly different. Both of them have value. You've got a clean one, you've got your battle damaged one.
Yep. Agreed.
You know, it's cool. And for people that are new to the line, they aren't going to want to go back and buy a chase from 2 years ago,
Yeah. Right.
So smart on them. It's reuse. It's I think in a way it's consumer friendly to get those back out there. So, and as we've seen in the past, Target orders a lot of their
Yes, they do.
their exclusives. Well, I'm assuming this battle pack will be an exclusive. I think most of the battle packs have been exclusive. So, more coming, more on the way. I love it. Keep them coming. I love the battle packs in general because they can pack in all kinds of figures. My only issue with this, aside from the interesting deco, it would have been a nice. It's reuse. It would have been a nice time to give us an accurate Obi-Wan for episode 3, but whatever. Oh well. We get episode 2 Obi-Wan again. I'm not that salty about it. I get it, but I do think it would have been a nice opportunity with all the reuse in there to be able to give us a new mold for the figure.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Maybe next time.
Kevin, we've jumped around a bunch, and where do we go from here?
Yeah, no, the well,
you know what? Why don't we? If you're just jumping on, #Save Biggs.
Yeah, we're at 149. I think we get one more entry in.
We've got 190 people on right now. Do we want to go ahead and give this away? We've strung the people along for 55 minutes.
Yeah, I think let's do it, and then we'll get into. Oh, there we go, 151. Now they're starting to pour in. Anybody?
Okay, #Save Biggs if you've joined on here in the last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah,
we'll put you in the running. You can only do it once. Make sure it's all one word. #Save Biggs, all one word.
154.
Caps do not matter. You cannot enter multiple times.
Okay, what do we want to give it? 30 seconds here.
Anyway? We've got a lot rolling in. As those last couple roll in, let's hit one more news item here.
Okay.
At this point, whatever you want to pull up, we'll roll with. Wherever we go.
Yeah, I think we're a little out of order, but this is actually a good reveal. I guess this popped up just before we signed on, which is the Star Wars celebration. So this is Jazwares is going to be having Squadron Rising. I love that tagline, by the way.
Yep, nice art, nice title.
Yep, for sure. Some teasers, reveals, pre-sales every week. I'm guessing. I don't know what that means by every week.
I assume every week until celebration, there will be either a teaser, a reveal, or a pre-sale. Hopefully of things that are actually new and not things we already know about. But that's fine if it
Although,
is. We
yeah.
may have just spoiled one of those reveals.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, guys.
As well
I
as we're
like to
gonna
think that Jazwares threw us a bone and threw this out right
Yeah,
before our live stream so we could chat about it for a minute.
that's
But
exactly right.
I believe so celebration end of April. We've got maybe 4 weeks of this, right?
Mhm.
Is that 4 weeks or
I have
around
no
4 weeks,
idea.
maybe
When
5.
is it?
End of April.
Oh, it's in the end of April? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so we'll have a significant number of either teasers, reveals, pre-sales.
Nice. We made
I
it over
love this.
200, Cole.
I
We're at
love seeing this
202.
kind of thing. What's that, Kevin?
We're at 202 right now.
We're at 202. It's rolling in. Should we
202
just do
combined.
it?
Well, we're at 202 people viewing. Right
Oh,
now
oh,
we're
oh,
at
oh.
164.
Listen, that is amazing, man. Over 200 people watching live right now. That's nuts to me.
Yeah, that is.
Thank you
That's
guys so
across
much for hanging out with
multiple
us.
platforms and places. So
Yeah,
depending on where you're in there. All
I
right, let's
I
go
genuinely
ahead and
appreciate that. I love hanging out with you guys.
yeah, for sure. Let me go ahead and pull this up.
You guys ready? Are we gonna do it? We're gonna give this thing away.
All right. So we're sharing so you can see it now, right? All right, here we go.
164 currently. This is like
164.
literally your last
Ready?
second to
3,
get one in here.
2,
We'll
1.
do should we do like a countdown here?
I already did it. Drawing. Here we go. Oh, it's getting exciting. Slowing down. It's slowing down. Oh, Delphi
Delphi Rangers.
Rangers.
Um
Congratulations.
I tell you what, man, I think he's gonna be ticked that it's Biggs and not Carson Teva.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Our resident
Congratulations.
Carson Teva super fan here. And
Yep.
Kevin, I don't know if you've put 2 and 2 together, also featured in our community spotlight last episode.
Nice.
He submitted photos through for the community spotlight. So big congrats to Delphi Rangers.
Congratulations.
Somebody who has shown us lots of support so far. We appreciate you. I've seen you around for quite a while on all kinds of different channels. Paul's stuff, Kevin's stuff. We are glad to have you here. Congrats. If you will just reach out to me on Twitter with some info. Again, you have my email now from that. So reach out. We can get that to you. Congrats. There he is. He's still here. He's still hanging out with us.
Nice.
Congrats, man.
Yep. Congratulations. That's exciting.
Love that. Now this was a pretty big giveaway, Kevin.
Yeah, it was.
Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that this morning. Biggs, pretty big deal. I don't think we can top ourselves with
I don't know. The first thing that you revealed at the beginning of the show was probably going to be the best one that we should do next.
Join us, episode 6.
Giving away the fan blade.
Yeah, no, I don't know where we go from here. You know, it's hard to top, but I don't know that you can always top yourself. At some point you've peaked, and
yeah,
we may never have 200 live viewers at one time ever again. We'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
I'll have to if we get desperate, man, I'll have to look at my TIE fighters up there, start pulling down white ties, Antok Merrick, Sabine's tie, SDCC tie. I only have one SDCC tie. So
any updates on news from Ross stores? So Ross stores are so hit or miss. I mean, you really have to be there when they're pulling the stuff out of the back. And it doesn't seem to be a scenario, at least the ones that I've been to, it doesn't seem to be a scenario where they stock those overnight. Assigned, this is great. Assigned Asajj Ventress. There you go. That's the next one. That's the next giveaway. I'll sign an Asajj Ventress and send it out.
I thought about that joke before the stream with the Asajj. I said I would sign it and devalue it even further.
Nice. There you go.
It's open and signed by me, so it is worth less than the money it costs to ship.
That's right. So with Ross, it's hit or miss, but certainly we're seeing a ton of those vault items. I can't believe how many of those Return of the Jedi vault exclusives are showing up in Ross.
I haven't seen as many reports of that. They might be slowing down.
Yeah.
And
It,
I
it's
cannot
possible
remember
for
how many
sure.
were
But
on
I
their
mean,
website.
yeah, it's crazy the amount that there were. I mean, I wonder, yeah, how many they sold on the website and then how many they sent there. But yeah, I don't know. If anybody sees anything at Ross, I've just completely stopped going. I mean, there's never anything there
It's not worth
when
it.
I go.
It's
No, it's such a
every
waste of
Ross
time.
trip is a pretty poor experience, as we talked
Yeah,
about last episode.
right.
I rarely find anything good, so it's not quite worth it. But
Hmm.
I bought it on Vault for full price. I was happy with that. It's a cool
Yeah,
set. Um,
agreed.
and now with the Tidarium, we've got our complete indoor crew there. So
I know.
if you
Yeah,
can
it's
find
exciting.
one, more power to you. $5, amazing price.
Yeah,
Amazing price. The price of one of those speeder bikes.
right. Agreed.
Absolutely nuts.
So,
What will be the next
uh,
item we see at Ross? Who knows?
yeah. Well, we can keep moving here on the news, then get back to it. So this was another one that you had sent over to me, which
Yeah, popped
is
up this week from the Toy Sapiens store. They have restocked, kind of like UK people have had a big restock. Toy Sapiens,
mhm.
the Hot Toy store, also has had a restock. I saw a picture of that this past week. All kinds of product. I think they had the Dark Empire E-wing on there as well.
Oh,
Some
nice.
cool
Good.
stuff. But on their website, they put up promo photos for this, so it's the first time we're seeing actual photos,
Yeah.
like actual product photos for this ship. My guess is the only way we're going to see this is when it pops up on Vault in a couple months.
Yeah, the one thing that is interesting about this, and
Maybe
I know
tomorrow. Could it
I
be
was talking.
tomorrow, Kevin? We don't know. It would be
Let's hope
amazing.
so. I was talking to Scott about this when he got it. Is that the pilot, at least in the promo images too, doesn't have the gloves painted, and so it's just got blue arms and gloves, which I'm guessing is accurate. But whenever you see it on the when the people in China end up getting it, I'm always hesitant to buy because I'm like, I don't know, is this going to be the actual item or is this a mix match of things where it's not exactly it? Um,
Yep.
so for somebody who's trying to have one in and one out and then be able to review it and provide some like real legitimate pictures and videos of it, a hard time pulling the trigger on any of those. But it is
You
cool to
know,
be able to see this
it looks
actual.
great. A lot of people
Yeah,
haven't even known if it was. I keep seeing people saying, "Is this a custom?" when they,
yeah,
when they get posted. So people in the UK have found this. They do own it. People that have bought it from China have it.
yeah.
But the States, we don't have it yet. So
No,
my
nothing
guess
yet.
is this is going to be another Light Armor Vault exclusive.
Hmm.
Keep your eyes peeled for it. I like it. It looks nice. It's different.
Yeah.
I'm all about
And
the
then
repaints. I'm fine with repaints. I'm a repaint guy. I like it.
totally, yeah, I'm the same way. And then
Especially
we've got,
Legends. I always love seeing that Legends thing at the top. I know that makes a lot of people happy.
yeah, we've got two other images we're going to run through here, which Cole started to allude to earlier before I interrupted him, which is Walmart listings, and you just have to take this with a grain of salt. So, in any scenario where a Walmart listing pops up for something that's coming in the future, there were some things that popped up. I mean, remember we were going through this list like 6 months ago. And there was a ton of stuff that came up and we are like, please don't make that all in a wave because if they do that, it is going to crush the line. There were like 4 different items that were supposed to be in Series 8 or Series 9,
Yep.
which
Yep.
we haven't seen yet.
I will
Um,
say they are getting more accurate as time goes on.
yeah.
They,
So
they they used to be all over the place in terms of what actually came out, but they have been getting more accurate with these listings as the waves go on. But some Series 9 dropping on listings that you cannot purchase yet. Just to be clear, you cannot purchase them yet. They probably will never be available for purchase. But Walmart just keeps putting new product on here on their website, and I'm sure Jazwares not super
yeah,
jazzed about that. But
no,
that's the
but
world we live in,
great
and
to
we're
see
here
the
for
Tie
news,
Bomber.
and this is news.
Yeah, the Tie Bomber is up there, which was I think is an absolute home run for an Armada Edition type of vehicle. I mean,
100%.
that is exactly what it should be. And then you also get the New Republic X-wing, and so I got I actually have something that I want to reveal here.
Skeleton Crew
The
labeled
Skeleton Crew.
further shade for poor Paul Lee,
I know that really
the
stinks.
Micro Galaxy super fan,
Yeah.
Nick Fury of the Mandoverse. And we're finally getting a New Republic X-Wing, and it is some unnamed person from Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, now I did end up
Okay.
purchasing a bunch of, I don't know if you want to call them prototype test shot figures or whatever. And I have this one that popped up, which I'll see whether or not I can get the lighting to be good on this guy. But this guy here has got a unique helmet that have not seen before. So he's got I don't know if that, can you even see that? Kind of.
A little bit.
But it's a black helmet. He's got like a gray and a like gray streaks on the top. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not this is actually a figure from that potential Skeleton Crew one.
So your assumption is that they have thrown in this random pilot from this forthcoming X-Wing with
there were 4 of them actually in the package that I got. So
of the same pilot?
Of the same pilot. 2 of them are in pretty good
Interesting.
shape and 2 of them are not. The paint application missed, and so is what it is. That's a Carstava. No, that is not a Carson Tava. The helmet looks totally different.
What's a Carson Tava? I think that is what all the Star Wars manufacturers are asking themselves.
What's a Carson Tava?
They obviously don't know.
Yeah. And then the next one that we got was these 2. So
interesting couple here.
Yeah, the Chase and the Rare here, where we got. Man, I think if you were going to do this, they should have flipped them the other way.
Flip it. There's still time. I have to believe there's still time. Flip it.
Yeah.
Z95 with Poe. What?
Agreed. And that's where like
it's mentioned. So this is mentioned in a book, or it's in a couple frames of a comic book. Is that right?
It's very possible.
Kevin, this is a deep cut, or a stretch.
Yeah,
one might say.
Probably a little more.
We've also seen one from a listing that used to have Jedi Survivor on it. So who knows? Who knows? It could still be something of an early plans that have changed. I know a lot of people probably want to see the Jedi Survivor one more than another Poe, but I tell you what, they already have Poe made, and that's probably a deciding factor in that as well.
Yeah, exactly right.
Not my favorite. It's whatever, but Hera's Blade Wing, a lot of people have asked for that. I see it mentioned pretty often. Now,
easy one.
Don't go out here and think they're going to do a new mold for that. I would say there's a 2% chance of that, maybe less than 2%, maybe a negative 2% chance that they do a new mold for that Blade Wing, especially it being a Chase. But a striking, I've seen lots of customs. It's a pretty striking ship from one episode, maybe, of Rebels, I believe.
Yeah, one episode. But the one thing that's different about it, and this is where you could do it, and that's where I was excited to see when the B-Wing first launched, that the top part of it connects to the bottom, because you could do that where you don't have to retool the whole vehicle. You're just retooling that one little part on the bottom where you would create like a little it'd be like your kind of like your T6 shuttle-ish, but I think they would have to scale it because the B-Wing, the Blade Wing, I believe, is bigger than the actual B-Wing. But my guess, my assumption is going to be, it's just going to be a B-Wing painted in the colors of the Blade Wing.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think you're an optimistic person if you're thinking otherwise.
Yeah.
But cool.
So don't be upset when that happens.
It's going to look great on a shelf regardless, right?
Agreed.
Maybe we'll get the Inquisitor's tie, says Onigurama. Series 10.
Yeah.
has also been listed. I think we mentioned this a couple episodes ago,
Yeah, we
but
did.
the TIE Advanced prototype with Seventh Sister also in listing.
Here you go. So Autobot JK Transformers Poe with the Z95 appears in the book before the Awakening. So
Cool.
if anybody's looking for that, there we go. That's the
Is that
that's
one of
the
those
buzz.
tiny little books with like the red and black kind of art that they did, but in the lead up before Force Awakens?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
I think so, man. Tell you what, that's a stretch. That's a stretch, but hey, at
Yeah.
least they're digging deep for stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fun. It's always
That is
fun when
fun.
retailers just ruin the surprises that are coming.
I know.
The celebration here before too long.
Yeah. And
It'll be nice.
again,
My assumption is we'll see those in hand at celebration though, and that'll be
yeah,
nice.
that'd be great. That'd be great. But also don't hold us to that. So the while those listings have been found, I wouldn't say like, yeah, that is 100% happening. So
Small grain of salt at this point,
yes.
I think. Safe to say small grain of salt. So earlier we mentioned that another retailer oopsied
Mhm.
and has that in their system for Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith 20.
Mhm.
We've seen the Anakin Armada. We've now seen this battle pack.
Mhm.
There are at least one or two more battle packs on the way.
Yep. Correct.
My question to you, Kevin, for this week is
Mhm.
what else is out there for Revenge of the Sith in this anniversary that you'd still like to see come out? And I would love for chat to chime in too.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Big
think
anniversary. We don't know if it's coming, but if there is an episode 3 collection like we got last year for episode 1, what is still out here that you'd like to see in the line?
well, episode 3's got a lot of great vehicles and scenes in it. I feel like if there was
Blink and
like
you'll
an
miss it scenes for a
yeah,
lot of these
if there was an item that I wanted, which I can now seeing the Tri Droid fighter and
yep.
then just putting a droid inside of a
Forgot to
vehicle
mention
that's a
that as well.
droid.
Another one that's coming. The
Yep.
Arc is coming.
Yeah, the arc is coming. I think the ones that I would love to see are some of the droids like the whatever the tank is that comes out of the water in the battle scene with the Wookiees.
Are you talking about the Separatist
Yeah, the
tank?
separatist tank thing that
Uh-huh.
comes out.
Very interesting looking.
Yep, that would be really cool. Um, I mean, I want to get Anakin's green interceptor for sure. I feel like that's an easy
Easy
shoe in.
repaint. Easy repaint.
Yep, I'd love to get that one. The spider droid, yeah, Darth Stargazer, absolutely. The spider droid would be really cool as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many good ones that you could do. Gosh,
Yeah.
it's I don't know that I'd be able to pick.
So I came with 3 options tonight that I would love to see.
Yeah,
And I'm already seeing some of them in chat. So we got a culture building here. We're on the same wavelength. I
that's
feel
right.
you. I see a lot of these. And I think a couple of you might agree with me. Number 1,
Mm-hmm.
something I'm thinking starship size, maybe dreadnought, but starship would be fine with me.
Yeah.
And I've seen somebody mention it already. Would be the J type. Every Naboo is a J type for some reason. I don't know why that's a thing, but yes, the J type Naboo star skiff. Look at that thing, man.
Yeah, that is
What a
sweet.
what a gorgeous design. It's like a boomerang.
It is. That's
It
exactly right.
looks so good. It looks so good. Look at that. Just a really, really, really slick design that I think would look really, really nice on a shelf. And a new mold. I'm going all new molds here. I think there's room to say what we think we might actually see in repaints, but
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see this. I don't know, Kevin, where are you on this one?
Yeah, I think it'd be great. It'd be interesting to see how they do the paint because one of
Agreed.
the issues we run into with some toys and stuff that have that chrome paint on it is just deteriorates very badly. But no, I think it would
The
be great.
closest thing I think we've probably seen might be the N1, Mando's N1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I
I
mean you
think
could
that's
definitely
close.
do
If
it.
they can get that a little cleaner, maybe some panel lining, but no wash
Mm-hmm.
on it to not kind of mess up the sheen on that or shine on that metallic paint.
Yeah.
Um, I love it. I love it. Another one I think would be really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what you have next in here, but the Wookiee Fluttercraft.
It's called a fluttercraft. Is that what it's really called?
Yes, I would take the Wookiee catamaran,
Oh yeah.
but I do think the Fluttercraft, and it's a pretty quick shot there of it, so this is a horrible picture. But to me, it's got like it looks like the ornithopters from Dune.
Yes, it does.
It's really, really, really cool. I think it would be just an uh
Yeah.
awesome challenge for them to design this
They made
with
one they made one of these in Mission Fleet that I got a long time ago before this line ever began.
Mission Fleet,
Mission Fleet actually made one of these. Yep.
not the very recent Hasbro Mission Fleet, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the one that's dead now.
What?
Yep. They made one with Chewbacca. And yeah, they had this as the vehicle.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
googling this right now.
Yeah. No, they had it. It was pretty cool. It had like the little wings that are on the front of it, like the very front bottom, were like tiny little pieces, which I lost one of them almost immediately after I opened it.
Hmm. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, this is it looks somewhat like it looks somewhat like it. It's real small.
Yes, it's
The
very
one they made.
small.
I think this looks like it's seating maybe two people or something, right?
Correct. Yeah.
But
The
yeah,
one that they made definitely is the toy
yeah.
for the kids versus
This
the.
this would be awesome. I just love getting weird stuff in the line, and
Hmm.
this is like the only way we could ever get that in the line, right?
Yeah.
The
Agreed.
catamaran would also be cool, but that's pretty large. That actually has a lot of figures in the one with the several different sections on it.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
would be pretty large. I think you could at least get this one down to a manageable size. I'd love to see this. I just love the weird things that you can get in,
Yeah.
like the bongo.
Right. Or the Asajj Ventress, the Genevex starfighter.
Well, we see how that one went. So maybe it's not a great idea to do this one. We'll see. The last thing I would love to see, and I have hopes that we will be seeing it at some point soon, but
Yeah.
no real confirmation or anything of this yet. But the ATAP, love
Yeah,
it. It's a great size.
yep,
You could repaint this in a couple different ways if you wanted to.
for sure.
And I think this is a reasonable ask. Juggernauts, ATOPs,
Mhm.
things like that. If you're real crazy, larger capital ships that are in the movie, I don't know how reasonable those are. I doubt we'll see them.
Yeah.
But these are three items that I think it would be really, really, really cool to get in here. I'll throw out a random scout class one that would be super funny.
Mhm.
Is the little escape pod that Yoda leaves Kashyyyk
Mm,
on.
yeah,
That would be a really ridiculous way to get Yoda into a scout class thing. Just make that the little ball
that
pod
would
that he
be
leaves on.
yeah.
Um, Things I think we could actually see because they're repaints, like you mentioned, that green starfighter,
Mhm.
Anakin's starfighter he uses. The So we've got the Phantom 2,
Mhm.
easy repaint to release that style ship again.
Yeah, and the for the Trade Federation?
Mhm.
You know, the other
to get
thing,
that in. Is that Dooku's ship, right?
I think Dooku might be in it, but it was
He's got that ship
originally
there
used
with
in like a
him, I believe.
deleted scene when the Trade Federation comes down and lands on Naboo the first time, and they walk
The
out of the back of it.
sheathipede, as they say.
But
Horrible
the
word.
other one, that I think
Horrible
would
word.
be cool would be a battle pack, which this was
Mm-hmm.
hinted at long time ago. A battle pack of Anakin and his speeder chasing down Zam Weasel. Is that what it is?
Would be cool, yeah. For Attack of the Clones,
Oh, was that Attack of the Clones?
I think it is.
Is it? All right. Well, either way, that would still be a cool one to get. The other one that I
It
thought
would
was,
be cool.
what I thought was really cool.
He
This
does
is
get in a cool like one of those shuttles. He has
yeah.
a really nice shuttle that he jumps in to fly across Coruscant or something like that.
Yep.
It's a really nice design, but it's again, it's like a blink and you'll miss it scene that they couldn't reuse for anything.
I was
So I doubt
literally
we'd
getting
ever
ready to
get
say
it.
that. Yeah, would love to see Anakin and Zam. Yeah, they're it was mentioned a long time ago. We still haven't seen it. Although similar to the Skiff battle pack, that one was one that was supposed to come a long time ago. Never actually hit stores. Oh, get this, Cole. This past week, I saw Walmart had 4 ghosts on the top shelf. No tag for it, but 4 ghosts on the top shelf and a T6 shuttle.
Hey, new products. A little
Which
late
I
to the
was like,
party.
yeah.
I feel bad for these retailers that are late to the party and they're stuck holding the bag, you know?
Yeah. But that was
It's
interesting.
nice to see it in store because up until now, the Ghost has only been an online item for as far as Walmart is concerned.
Right.
Yeah, there's so much they could do with Revenge of the Sith. That is basically nonstop scenes of tons and tons and tons of ships
Tons of vehicles.
in that movie.
Yeah.
But not the only anniversary this year. TFA10,
Mm-hmm.
we can briefly touch on. We know we've seen from the Series 5 panel
Mm-hmm.
that at some point we're likely to see Rey and her speeder, which
Yep.
I'm a fan of. I love that design. I think that'd be a great speeder.
The popsicle.
Uh-huh. Yep, the creamsicle. And we know the First Order tie with Finn and Poe, the battle damaged one,
Yeah,
is
that's
something
right. I
we
totally
saw
forgot
that could
about
be
that.
coming.
Yep.
But when I'm thinking of like something that would be a new mold that I really want to see
Mm-hmm.
from TFA that we haven't gotten, because we've gotten quite a bit already.
Agreed.
With some that we've seen before. Kylo Ren shuttle.
This is cool. I mean, I remember.
Upsilon attack lander. Look at
Yeah.
that thing. That would probably have to be Dreadnought.
Yep.
I don't know if we want to spend Dreadnought money on the sequel trilogy at this point. I don't know how what if that's a sound business
Yeah.
Decision, but if you're going to do one item for TFA10, that's got to be it, right? Look at that
Yeah.
thing.
But
It's
we've got to
so
get
cool.
also like an actual, and this is the one that kind of stinks that we got the 2 Kylo Ren vehicles we have. We have the Force Awakens Kylo Ren. It would be great to get a different one, although I don't imagine that we would if
Oh
we
man,
got this
Kevin,
vehicle.
that was my one caveat with this.
Yeah.
Is if this comes out, we've got to get an accurate Kylo.
Mm-hmm.
Please give us a new Kylo
Yeah.
from TFA. I love that look. I like that look. I think that's way more iconic than the way he looked in the next 2 movies.
Agreed.
Something about it. It's such a great design. It's a great silhouette with the real like pointed hood and that
Mm-hmm.
long flowing skirt. I don't know what you call it, but
Yeah. Cape.
it's a great look, a great silhouette. Bonus points if he comes with his lightsaber
That would be a
ignited. That would
great
be
way to
amazing.
do it. Yeah,
I'm
that'd be a great way to do it.
always down for microfigs with weapons and lightsabers.
Yeah.
But that would be my caveat. You know, you could pack several first order stormtroopers, which they have the molds for. I think this would be a great way to get a first order officer in there as well. If you could find a way to put Hux in there, great. I don't know, but all I want from this would be a TFA Kylo mold.
Yeah. Now,
anything else from that movie you think would be a reasonable ask?
So the ship that's actually flying off here in the background would actually be, I think, a reasonable choice where you could definitely pack in some troopers into that, where this
like
is
a
whatever
lander, right?
landing shuttle or something like that. And you could potentially do the Rebel landing shuttle that comes in and Leia and Han get off, or Leia gets off of
It
it, or
looks
whatever.
like a really fat B-wing.
Kind of, yeah. It's the same one that's actually at Rise of the Resistance, the ride.
The thing that's like long on its side and has the two kind of
Yes.
pods on either end.
Yep.
Yep, you could. You could. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'd be tearing down any doors to buy that.
I don't know that it'd be tearing down any doors to buy pretty much anything from the sequel trilogy, but
Oh.
yeah, I think that option that you picked there, that's exactly the one that I picked as well.
Okay.
I was thinking
Same
the same
wavelength.
thing.
I saw, and you know what? When I set this up, that was the one that jumped up in chat first.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's it is semi iconic. Had they reused it multiple times throughout the different films, it would have been better. Although we do get it maybe a little bit in The
I
Last
think we
Jedi, like
see
at
it
the
again,
end.
right? Is it the same ship that touches down at the end of Crate?
I think so. I think it's similar. I
If
don't
it's
think it's
not
the
the exact
exact
same,
same.
it basically looks the same. So I'm fine with
Yeah.
that too. I don't need anything special from
Right.
that movie either. But
Yeah, I never finished watching Rise of Skywalker.
if you can shut your brain off, there are some super fun moments in Rise of Skywalker, I think.
Yeah.
There's some really cool scenes.
Same with Last Jedi. The Last Jedi, that lightsaber battle between
in
Kylo
Snoke's
Ren and
throne
the
room.
Praetorian guards is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of the whole through line. That's the gist of the sequel trilogy. A lot of cool scenes, but the things connecting those cool scenes together, not quite as cool.
Yeah, and like Kylo Ren's his whisper once it gets destroyed and it's flipping over and like the thing's blowing up and everything, and he just kind of walks out like, yeah, no big deal. And then he's standing like 15 feet away from Rey, and they fight over the thing, and then she has to run, half a mile to get back to the vehicle, and he just stands there and watches her run off. I'd love to see that part of like, show me that scene, right? That would have been super entertaining to see. She pulls the thing down, it blows up. Then what is Kylo Ren doing while he's standing there watching her run away, and she's like right there?
Such a mixed bag. And like most things,
man,
contrary to what the internet would have you believe, they're probably objectively neither super amazing or super terrible.
Yeah,
it's a mixed bag.
It is a mixed bag. There were some cool vehicles that came out of it for sure.
Reasonable people, I think, can look at it and say they really hit the mark on some of this, and some of it just didn't work, and certainly had no coherent through line.
If you ignore the story, the sequel trilogy is pretty good. Yeah, I'd agree with that, TJ.
If you put a bag over
that's funny.
Oh man.
So we've got did we cover all the news? I think we hit everything, didn't we?
We hit everything. Fun little ESB45. Who knows? That's not an I'll say again, that's not an official anniversary that Lucasfilm is pushing. But if Jazwares wants to put anything out for ESB45, I'll take it. I'll take anything from Empire Strikes Back ever. So
is that this year too?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Gosh,
but with the other two, it's not they haven't typically done a big push for 45.
Yeah.
It's kind of like 40, 50, I think, will be the next big one for A New Hope.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Cloud Car. We've already got Slave 1. Give us a Cloud Car. Who knows? They could repack the AT-AT somehow. All kinds of options.
Yeah,
But
I have a hard time believing we won't see another AT-AT ever again.
yeah, maybe sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I mean, you got to release more of those.
Fun news. I thought it would be a super light news week, but it turned out to be enough news that I'm just going to scratch all the general Star Wars news that sometimes we run through.
Yep.
Because nothing super fun happened.
No.
We might Light and Magic Season 2 coming out next month. We might see.
Oh, is it really? That'd be great.
We might see some news at Celebration about next animated series, but nothing massive. So why don't we just jump on to the community spotlight section?
Let's do it.
Every episode, we shine a spotlight on cool things going on in the MGS community, customs, videos, displays, and of course, your photography. You can send in submissions anytime to microgalaxysquadcast@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram. Kevin, first, from over on the old subreddit that I started a couple years ago, went in and started a whole subreddit. That's a thing you can do, I guess. I think there's over 3,000 people on there now. But over on the old subreddit, Lead Me Where You Dare has posted his first time posting his setup here. He said,
"Nice, I like that."
They said it's the first time that they posted photos of their setup before. I think first time they've posted in the subreddit. But a couple things jump out to me with this, and I love seeing people's displays and how they go about doing things. This is very clean. Love the detolf usage, but I think you know why this stuck out to me.
Yeah, the little printed cards, the cutouts.
Amazing use of the blueprint cards.
Yeah,
always been a fan of the blueprint cards. Some people put them in their sleeved pages like trading cards.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Fun way to keep them. But this, such a cool way to display those cards in a clean. I think that if you have a simple, clean display like this, this looks really, really, really slick. I love that. Very, very cool detolfs with what looks like Luke lighting. Bonus points for Luke lights. Newer collector to the line, I believe. But man, very, very cool. Lead Me Where You Dare. Great job. Love seeing this.
Absolutely. I agree. I think they're so cool to see how creative people get with their setups. And I do really like the lighting as well. That's one of the biggest challenges with lighting, because if you do the lighting directly above, and I don't think you have it that way, but it was one of the issues I ran into when I was trying to light my shelves is I didn't want to have the lights directly above it because then you shadow the whole thing. You can't see it. You want to have the light.
Yes, I also spent quite a bit of money on the Luke light kits.
Oh, that's what you've got there behind you?
They get them as far. They're the very front edge of the shelf, and they fire down at a 45-degree angle with a diffuser over the bracket.
Yep.
Best you can do, I think, in this scenario. But I did finish my Brotar. It is not fully filled yet with stuff. I'm still trying to figure out the shelves and what to put on them. But really, really nice option since you can't get detolfs anymore. I had tweeted about this earlier in the week, and it has like 70 something bookmarks. Just nice. Bookmarks on it. So people really liking it. It's a great option. Micro Squadron on Twitter, if you want to find that tweet. It is twice as wide as a detolf. It comes with top-down lighting, but there's a diffuser on it, so it looks okay. But it's built-in lighting, twice as wide, $200. If you were to buy 2 detolfs and 2 lighting kits, you're looking at over $300 at this point. So, a really cool option, I think. That's I'm probably going to get another one here.
Nice.
But I twisted your arm because you posted something this week. And I
Yeah.
thought to wrap things up, we would just kind of show off and shine a spotlight on a display that you did this week and completed that you've been
Yeah.
working on a while. Naboo.
The Naboo hanger. Yeah. So you
Look
can
at this.
see, you can actually see there at the very top of the screen. I did the 45 thing. I just took a piece of wood and it's 3/4 of an inch on either side, and then cut it at a 45 and put lighting on it. But yeah, this was a really fun one to put together. Um, Took a long time to figure out the sizing of it. So the because typically what I do is I'll actually print everything at 65% of what the actual model is from Darkfire Designs. This is mainly from Darkfire Designs, and when I do it at 65%, the the Naboo Starfighter that printed out was really tiny. This is how big it is. It's like not even as big as my hand, and so I had to figure out what the scaling was for it, and then get everything printed. And I
Yeah,
had to
so
chop it
so, so
chop
those
it up. So
those or not micro galaxy in ones.
they are micro galaxy N1s. So yeah, I
Okay.
had to figure out the percentage to cut it down, and then yeah, there's a good picture of both of them. So that's the left side and the right side. But no, that it worked out great. I was super impressed with how it went, and again, took a while to get the sizing and everything correct. And the one thing I actually like about this the most is the
Your Windows 98 background there.
yeah. I was like, I was trying to think about like, man, what would I want to do? And I even asked, some of the mods as well, as because I was going to set it up two different ways. One like this, looking out. The other one would have just been, a wall. And so, yeah, no, this is
Now,
it
where
turned out
did you
great.
get this image from?
That's a great question. I think I just I was looking up Naboo because I wanted to get like one where it's actually looking out of the Naboo hangar,
Sure.
but I couldn't find one. So this is like some grass plains picture that I just
Unrelated to
blew up.
Star Wars, right?
Totally unrelated.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. It perfectly captures the cartoonish, unrealistic nature of
Hmm.
the environment VFX in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Just like, oh yeah, Windows XP, maybe not 98, maybe it's Windows XP.
Yeah, there you go. But no,
Um,
it was cool.
that was my first thought when I saw it. It was Windows XP screensaver background there,
Yeah.
but looks amazing. I love that.
Yeah. Thanks.
I have a 3D printer, but I'm never gonna get into it that much to be printing off all that kind of stuff like that. That's I know that's a ton of work
Hmm. It is.
and
Yeah.
looks
But
great.
thank you. Thanks for the spotlight, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Chat seems to agree. You're always doing cool things with
Trying
that.
to.
Do you have anything coming up that's cool?
Any other printed projects?
Printed projects, videos, contents?
Yeah, I still have. I was gonna wait for the Hollow Mall to actually put out the YouTube video of the review of the Series 8 Scout class, but I'll probably just go ahead and push that out and then do them all separate. Um, and then yeah, I'm gonna be working on the next one, which I really want to complete is the shelf that's below that one, which somebody had asked about. That's
Okay.
actually it's got the MTT and then some tank battle
Oh,
tanks
yeah.
and all that.
Yep.
But I'm looking for what I need is a textured grass surface that's going to be on the bottom, and then once I get that, then that'll be like super easy to
You
complete.
don't love the little green powder that you can use on those displays? Isn't that what they use? It's like a bag of green
I
powder that you kind
know.
of dump on the ground there.
Yeah, I've considered that, but I'm thinking that I could be able to get see no place has it. Like Michael's has moss, but what I'm
Uh-huh.
looking for is like grass, like fake
Something a
grass.
little more textured than that powder, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. One 1 millimeter static grass. Yeah, the problem is I need it to go like a 10 by 30, like 10-inch by 30. So that's a lot of that stuff. And then you got to put all the glue down and yeah, it's gonna be a total mess. So I'll figure it out at some point.
Hmm. Mhm. Well, we will be monitoring all this stuff coming soon. If you missed it earlier, that Jazwares celebration teaser, the announcements every week, you can check me out at Microgalaxy Squadron on Instagram or Micro Squadron on Twitter. We will have all that news for you, as well as whatever is coming to Vault tomorrow. We will have that news as well.
Yeah.
Kevin, where can the good people find you?
They can find me on YouTube at KMTanner04. At KMTanner04 is my actual page there. And then over on Etsy is really probably the other place where if you need to get any stands or anything that are 3D printed, can certainly check me out there.
Great
and
place
I've
to go.
got we've got stuff. KT Customs Micro is that over on Etsy.
As always, if you have photos or want to be featured in the spotlight, hit us up at Microgalaxy Squadcast on Instagram. Send us a DM. Let us know what's going on. Or if you have discussion topics for slow news weeks, we will take those into consideration too. We'll be back in 2 weeks with all kinds of things to talk about, I'm sure.
Sure we will. Yeah.
And if anything massive ever happens, if one of these little news items comes out and it's just absolutely massive that they tease here in this lead up to celebration, maybe we'll jump on for a impromptu stream to talk about something crazy. We can make that happen for you guys.
We can, absolutely.
Again, congrats to Adelphi Rangers on that Biggs. Hit us up
Yeah.
for your info.
For sure. And thanks to all of the over 200 people that we had watching tonight. So
absolutely nuts. Hit that thumbs up.
For sure. That's a record for us here tonight. So it was pretty cool.
Appreciate you guys so much. We love hanging out with you. Just
absolutely.
Chatting.
Same.
Chatting toys.
That's
what
right.
Else is there?
And so our sign off, we already have it up there.
We'll go with the classic that Kevin hit it. The most awkward sign off you could ever have on episode 1.
Week 1.
Chats loved it. We're going to squad out.
Squadding out.
Squadding out.
Until next time.